Hey guys, this is Mark. In this video I'm going to show you a demo app that we built for iOS. It is in Swift. You can get a link to the repository. It is in GitHub in the description for this video as well as the blog post. And I'm going to demonstrate how this app works just so you can see what kind of capabilities are shown and demonstrated so you can see exactly how they're implemented. And we also plan a series of articles to describe some various parts of the implementation just so they become very clear as to how we go about those things. The app, as you can see, is called TapMe. There is a registration form. I'm going to quickly register. Let's say the name is going to be Mark and my email address, mark@backendless.com. And we're going to pick some very basic password just for the demo purposes. So now that I'm registered, I can go ahead and log in. And this is the interface of the application. You might be wondering why I also have an emulator right here. And this is for the reason that this application is multi-user. The actual interface is a single user. However, we added a support for multiplayer capability where you can see the scores of other players, and we also added support for real-time database just to demonstrate how that could be used in an application. Before I go in there, let me show you what's going on in Backendless. In here, this is the app that the client side is connected with. And by the way, when you pull the source code, you can configure it with your own application ID and your own API key. However, when you go to data, here's the user that was created. There is also a table called player, and in here, this is the score of that specific player, the name. There is support for image that shows up in the profile, although we really haven't implemented it, just created the placeholder. And there is a relationship to the user object. So if I were to click on the relation for the user and the player Mark, it will open up that specific user in the users table. Okay, so that's the back end side of the application. So now let me also run that app in the emulator, so I have them side by side. And this is my Xcode project. And let me go ahead and run it. And in here, I will log in as another user. So now there are two users. There is user Joe and there is user Mark. And right here, what I'm going to do is I will open the players section, and it shows right now that there are 0 taps for both users. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start tapping as fast as I can on my iPhone right here. And as you can see, I'm getting a pretty good number of taps right here. So let's leave it like this. So you will see that in here on the iPhone side, on the device side, I got a new record of 53 taps. But notice that on the emulator side, I didn't have to do anything there. The number automatically got updated to show the number of taps that Mark has scored. Likewise, if I go into the players section on the iPhone side and I just start tapping as fast as I can on the Joe's device, then as soon as this timer is down, then the application will detect what the number of taps is and will update it right here. As you can see on the device itself, it shows 36 taps. So this is the real-time database in action right here, where you can see exactly how many taps each individual player has. Since Backendless console is also connected to the real-time database, one thing that you can do is if you go to the actual data table, and let's say we keep this the iPhone device screen on top, then what we should be able to do is set, let's say, this to 0, press enter, and notice that right here, and as well as the emulator, this number was updated to 0. And this is because both applications are connected to the database and the console. Backendless console is connected to it as well. So if you need to make any changes in your application, such as this very primitive game, you can easily do this. So I just reset the score for both players. So that's pretty much it. Very simple app, as I said, but it explores a lot of different interesting features that exist in Backendless, and you can download and start playing with this app right away. It is in GitHub, as I said, and there will be some additional articles that we'll be posting to our blog to explore various features and to show you how we ended up implementing them. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coding.